Hello, welcome back to another tarot investigation with Chanel Black. Okay, we're still on the case of Shanquella Robinson, okay, because we want to see justice for Shanquella. We don't just want to hear a statement, right? We want to actually see justice. So, I have here, girl, look, I done pulled out the files, okay? And not just any file, baby. This is the whole legal file. Look how long it is, baby. That's a whole legal file. So right now, this is the case number 7894536, the case of the fake friends, the Cabo Six. Okay, so I have some information here I want to share with you guys. Okay, this is for all my newscasters, all my people who's out there who's hitting the streets. Okay, this is a time opportunity for you to grab your notepad right now, because you're going to need this information I'm about to give you, so that you can go out and grab your cameras, grab your phones, grab your microphones, and go out and do some investigation. Okay, because clearly the FBI and everybody needs our help. Now, we are very grateful that the FBI has stepped into the case, right? So I want to first give y'all some information about the FBI. So the FBI says that if anybody, and yes, honey, I write my information out, honey. I'm back. If you grew up back in the day, back in the back in the day when my friends and I, we was back in the 90s, baby, the best decade of all times, baby. So you wrote letters, okay? We wrote everything. So we determined if you was a real friend, baby, how many pages is this letter I'm going to get in between classes, okay? If the letter is 2 pages, 3 pages, okay, we good friends, baby. You love me. Okay, just think about it, to be able to write a 3-page letter, girl, during class, okay, and still make good grades. Okay, that's love. But honey, let me get a 1-page letter or half a page. It's like, oh girl, I need to question our friendship. Baby, I don't, next period, I hope you get it right, because I don't think this friendship can continue. But let me move on, girl. That was back in the 90s, okay? And still come out later on, they still be fake, girl. So anyway, so we got the U.S. government FBI who are investigating this case right now in North Carolina. Okay, they are located at 400 South Tryon Street in Charlotte, North Carolina, 28285. I'm going to have this information in the description. Y'all go down and get it. And their phone number is 704-332-4084. Now, we also have the Federal Bureau of Investigation, which is located at 7915 Microsoft Way in North Carolina, 28273. Phone number 704-672-6100. Okay, again, that phone number is 704-672-6100. Now, you can also go to fbi.gov, but better yet, write this down. You can make tips. Okay, you can send your electronic tips to tips.fbi.gov. So that's tips.fbi.gov. Okay, they say you can contact them 24 hours a day. Okay, so bam, have that information. Make sure with any tips that you have and information that you have, send that over to them. Okay, so that let them know that we're not going to settle for just a statement. Okay, and not to push up and be rude. Be very polite, because they are stepping in. I think the FBI is going to get the job done. We just want to let them know that we got information also. So, now, let's get back to the case. Now, I did pull some pre-cards here, and it's showing here that we have, it's definitely these cards always come out for this, okay? We have the Four of Wands, the Magician, and the King of Pentacles here. It's just always the Magician being in the middle, being the trickery, the sorcerer, okay? Traveling away from home, traveling overseas, okay? Traveling over, this can be somebody being happy about traveling, okay? This is also, with the King of Pentacles, it's like, I want to know who this King of Pentacles is. It speaks of a man over 25 years old with dark eyes and dark hair, who's all about business, arrogant, and powerful. This is somebody who overseeing what's going on. This is somebody who's paying. Okay, this is somebody who got the pentacles, who's benefiting in a monetary way. Okay, but then you got them looking off, acting like, okay, I don't see nothing. I'm not, I didn't do anything. But it's like they thought that they was going to get victory over this, because it seems like this is something that it's just picking up, just like almost like it's something that has been done before, like they perfected it before. Okay, and it's like somebody is in the middle, holding the wands, holding the magic wand. Okay, and then you got 4 people over here holding it also, and making it happen. Okay, with celebration, with happiness. So we're gonna see what's going on with that now. What now with the case? Okay, so they made the statement and they let us know that they are moving forward, that Mexico is going to be, I think, investigating. They investigate. They they looking at it as a homicide. Look, y'all, you guys use Google to find out the facts on that. Okay, I just think that I feel like I saw a couple of articles that say that they have upgraded it, and also that they also had the FBI, made a statement saying that they they are involved. So I gave you the FBI information. Okay, use it for any tips. Now let's break down these friends, okay? Because I got some information myself here that I got in my folder, honey. And so I kind of went through and kind of did my own little investigation and see what I can come up with. Now I have here. Let me take my little clip out, honey. Now the first person I have here is Mr. Khalil. Okay, Mr. Khalil. What did I find out about Khalil? Number one, okay, so we know Khalil, 25 years old. Okay, he was born May 1997. Okay, so, and I have an address here for him. Now I'm not gonna say his address right now on here. Okay, I feel like this file right here, I'm gonna pass this file over to the journalist department, because I'm just the administration department. Okay, so so I work the administration part. I'm gonna pass this over to the journalists. Okay, so that they can take this and investigate it, and they can process this. Okay. So now I looked up, because remember the information that they gave us. They gave us a phone number, okay? The phone number that they gave, and it's been put out there publicly, okay? The phone number that they gave. Now, Khalil gave a phone number. Now, when so they know they had a couple of people to call the phone number, a couple of it from our investigation department, and our I guess our call center department. They made a couple of calls, okay, and they found out, and they also our street investigation team, okay. They also found out that these phone numbers have all been disconnected. Now I want to know, were they disconnected before they went on the trip? Was these phone, or this is something they disconnected, later on? Okay, so my investigation came out with, okay, I pulled up my, my resources now. So his name is Andrew Khalil Cook. Now he is located in of course, Charlotte, North Carolina. Now the phone number that I saw for him was a landline. Okay, so that means it's probably, a phone number that he grew up with and had, or a phone number that's probably related to his family. Okay. Now, unless he got a landline, but it's saying it's his landline. So it's saying that also that he has a wireless phone number. Now the phone number that he listed on the Cabo trip register, because remember they had to give their name and then they gave their phone number. Well, everybody called and found out that the phone numbers were disconnected. Well, I found out that the phone numbers that Khalil gave an old phone number. Okay, he gave his phone number that he gave was an old phone number that was connected to his previous address. It's an old wireless phone number. Now, it could be old because he disconnected it, but I don't think that it would have shown up as disconnected just that fast. But then again, it may have. Now, my receipts, I'm going to link them down in the description. You guys can click down there if you want to click, find out, see the receipts, because I didn't pull anything, no type of, wrong type of way. This is all public knowledge, the information that I have here. Now, it listed some of Khalil's relatives. Okay, it also listed that he may have been living with a brother or a relative, okay, at his current address. Now, and I also pulled up some registration information, okay, so, about because everybody was questioning, are they trans, are they male, are they female? Well, the information I pulled up on Khalil is showing that he is a black male. Okay, so Khalil is labeled as a black male. So that is what I have on him. Okay. Now the FBI and everybody said they want information on because they can't find them or whatever. Well, okay, I got some information here now. I don't know if this information is up to date because I didn't call nobody. I ain't calling, check no nothing, girl. I ain't doing all that, girl. I'm gonna pass that over to you. I'm gonna pass that over to y'all. Here y'all go. Okay, here we go. Now, next, we're gonna do Mr. Malik S. Dyer. Okay, Mr. Malik. Now this is Khalil. This is Malik S. Dyer. Okay, he is 26 years old. Birthday June 1996. Now, you know, and I say their birthdays because they say they was there celebrating their birthday. So I kind of want to find out who was actually celebrating their birthday. So his birthday was in June. So it wasn't his birthday being celebrated. Okay. And he's 26 years old. And so Khalil's birthday is in May. So it wasn't Khalil's birthday either. So they were just coming along as, I guess, as tag along friends. Fake friends, I should say. So we got the, he was born in June. Now, his address is from a Hartsford, Connecticut address, okay? Now, the phone number that he gave on the registration, the Cabo registration, was 9964. That was the last 4 digits. Well, that's not the information that's listed here as his current information, his current address, okay? His current address, his current phone number and stuff here is not that. So that means that he definitely put in the old phone number as well. Okay, he didn't put in the current phone number as to get in touch with. Now they knew they had to put their names because you have to show ID sometimes. They have to question you and your ID have to match. Now I also want to let it be known now. This information that I pulled up, it also shows any other names that they may have used. Okay, now Mr. Khalil, he didn't have any other alias that I saw that he was using. Okay, he was just using, he'll sometimes use Andre Khalil Cook, and then sometimes he'll just say Khalil A. Cook. Okay, so I guess that's pretty typical, when you're using your name. But when it comes to Mr. Malik S. Dyer, okay, now I found some information that his father, okay, owns a business in Hartsfield, Connecticut. Okay, he does. He has an LLC here. So his father owns a business in Hartsfield, in Hartsford, Connecticut. Now the phone number, like I said, that's listed for him is an old phone number. It's not a current phone number. Now at first, you can't see these phone numbers being associated with them, but then I took the phone numbers from the Cabo registration that's online, and I reversed that phone number. Okay, and then when I reversed it, that's how I linked it back to them. So that lets me know that these are old phone numbers because they're no longer even linked to them. But because if you look for them, you don't see the phone numbers, but then when you reverse the phone numbers, that's when you find them. So either these are some type of burner phones, but either way, these burner phones will link back to them. Okay, now the burner phones are the ones that they listed, and I'm calling the burner phones because they could be old phone numbers or phones that are not their main phones that they probably use for a certain situation. Okay, so right now it looks like Mr. Dyer also use either an old phone number or a burner phone, whatever. Okay, because the one that's listed on the Cabo thing is not him right here, the one with the little tiny little antennas, look like a little worm. Okay, look like an inchworm right here. Okay, him. Now he has an alias also. Now the thing about his alias is still is Dyer Malik, but the way that he used Dyer as the first name, but then Malik is spelled differently. Like Malik is spelled Malik, which is his normal name, I think. Now on this alias is spelled Melik. Okay, so it's like he switched up the letters on the ID, which is something some criminals will do. Okay, allegedly they will take their information, they'll mix up the letters, and they're like, oh well, they made a mistake on my ID, or they made a mistake here. They'll try to say that to get out of something because they probably have something that they're trying to hide. Okay, because I don't understand why you have an alias and it's spelled totally different, but okay. Now So yes, so that's for Malik. Okay, that's what I have on Malik. Now, next I have Winter E. Donovan. Okay, now with Miss Donovan, honey, she spells her last name different. So either she spells it sometimes with an O, Donovan. At the end it's Donavan, or Donavon. Okay, sometimes, but they say the real way is with the A. Okay, Donovan. Okay, she's 24 years old. Now her birthday is in December. Okay, so is she one of the ones that, your birthday kind of close, so we're going to go ahead and chunk you into the birthday celebration too? Because she was born in 1997. Now, she is a resident of Greensboro, North Carolina. Now the information that she has on the Cabo sign-up thing, register, she didn't list a phone number at all. Now, she put her name, she signed it, but she didn't list the phone number. Now, this is Winter. Okay? Now, I have a previous address for her and a current address. Now, the her names that's listed here, sometimes she listed as Winter E. Donovan. Sometimes she just go by Donovan Winter. Then sometimes she say E. Donovan Winter. Okay? That's just what she used. Okay? I see somebody here that may be a father here for her. Okay, I assume because this person is 51 years old. I don't know who this person is. Okay, but they have a phone number and landline that's listed here. That's why I assume it was a father. Now, on her registration, when I found out, what she met, is she male or female? Now, the thing about it is, when it comes to transgender, I remember going to school with a transgender person, and even in elementary school and high school, they was calling themselves by their transgender name, which means that feminine name. Okay, they was definitely doing that in high school. So the fact that and eventually that person grew up and transitioned all the way completely. Okay, but in high school and in elementary school, this person was definitely calling themselves. They was the little Zaya. Okay, back in the day, in the 90s, they was doing it then. Okay, it wasn't a lot. It was just that one person that I saw. Okay, kind of remind me of how Winter looks. Because when she transitioned, she was really beautiful, this person that I grew up with. Well, I won't say I grew up with. I just knew her in high school. I saw her. I knew she was born a boy. And in the high school, she didn't have a lot of money, so she would just do her hair, grow her hair out and stuff like that. And you would see boys that were, only time I would notice her is when somebody was trying to fight her. And it was always the boys. And back then, we assumed that the boys were trying to fight her because she was lying on the boys. Well, now as an adult, she probably wasn't lying. She was just claiming them as boyfriends because of something that they probably did the night before or the day before. And she tried to claim them like a typical girl, like a typical relationship. And he showed them, and he or she showed. Girl, I'm confused at this point, girl. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't like telling stories like this. So he found out fast. She found out fast that you can't tell, okay, about what you do. So we didn't know back then. We thought she was lying because the boys were so adamant that she was lying. Okay, the boys said, "No, you lying." But she said no, But girl, she learned fast, honey, baby. You can't, whatever you do in the dark, girl, they gotta stay out in the dark, girl. You can't come and brag. So I think that's some type of bitterness that I think that transgenders have against real women. But I don't know why they would have that type of bitterness, because if a side chick try to come out and claim a husband, he gonna do the same thing. He gonna deny her, okay, and then claim his wife. That's usually what happened. So it's just like, girl, it's just the pull of the straw, okay? But to speak, now that we on transgender thing, because it seemed like we was trying to take energy from Shanquella and bring it on the transgender community, or a biological girl against transgender. And it's like, honey, that's a road that already is thin, for real, because the black girls or the girls would take in the transgender, okay, when they was younger, because the transgenders don't have friends. They can't hang out with the boys. The boys ain't comfortable with it. So the girls take them in, and then when they come in, they, try to come in and act like they just friendly and they being nice, and then they end up trying to be the girl, you know. And it probably start off innocent, you know. I just want to, you know, I like the way you do your hair, I like the way you do this, I like the way you do that. And then next thing you know, their confidence is up so high that now they want to replace the girl. They get jealous of the girl. And it's like, wait a minute, hold up, sis. Okay, and then they start calling the woman, now she no longer a queen now. Now the transgender is the queen now. And now she is the bitch, she the fish, she the excuse me? Excuse me? It's the audacity for me. Now that's where the line is crossed right there. That's where I step in and be like, hold up, okay? Because was she fishy? Was she anything like that? She probably was to you. You probably never liked her in the first place. So that gives me red flags right there. So I say, because y'all know on my channel, I have a motto. Right now it's a spiritual warfare, and people need to heal, okay? And that includes transgender, okay? Because I always speak of women need to heal, men need to heal, okay? Transgender, they ain't no exception. They need to heal too, because they more confused, okay? Period. Okay, let's just say what it is. They're more confused and they're trying to figure it out. And they need to go and figure it out. Okay, because healing is a solo thing. So don't take your anger out on innocent people, because I don't understand why certain people are lashing out at black women concerning this when it was a black man who made the transgender recommendation when it came to Daejhanae, who we're going to be talking about soon. But right now we're talking about Winter, okay? Let me get back off my soapbox, okay? So, like I say, women, okay, we need to protect ourselves against all entities, okay? Period, okay? Because I'm tired of people coming in we accept them in, and then they come in a turn, okay? That's not allowed, okay? And that's what we standing up for, okay? We standing up for fake friends, period, in all genders, okay? So now, back to Winter. Now, I pulled Winter's information, okay, to see. Now, with that being said, the information I put is not a birth certificate. I would like to get a birth certificate, but girl, they was talking about that's gonna be a fee, and I like, baby, I don't work in that department, okay. My department, I pull free information, okay. So, but I put her registration, which is public information, is showing that she is considered herself a biracial female, okay. So that's what she labeled herself as, okay? Now, whether she was born a female or not, I don't know, okay? But I did pull that information to see that at least on the government document. Now, y'all tell me, on the government document that we voting from, can you put what you feel like you are on there, or do you have to put what you biologically were born as, okay? Because is that line or not on the government document? I don't know. Let me know, girl. Let me know in the comment section, okay? Because we in this together. We're trying to figure it out. Now, so I think that's all I got for her. Now, like I said, she didn't list any information, even though there's a phone number here listed for her. She got a phone number that's live and well, but yet she didn't list it on the Cabo trip information, okay? So it seemed like she went there with some type of motive. Why she didn't list her information, her phone number? You too good to list your phone number, Winter? Honey, that's silly to me. Okay, and like I said, she got a couple of Elises that she go by. Okay, now next we got Miss Elise Hyatt. Okay, the one that looks so innocent and sweet. Okay, now she grew up in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Now that sounds very, very witchy, very dark, and girl stirring up, and ooh, girl, just magician. It's giving me magician, honey. But I don't know, girl. I ain't from that part of town. Now, like I said, now she listed on her Cabo. She listed a phone number on her Cabo sign-up sheet. Okay. Now, the phone number that she listed on the Cabo sheet is a complete 100% fake number. Okay, 100% fake. That phone number was registered to a whole nother person. Okay. Now this person gonna have to change their number because of Miss Winter. Okay. I mean, not Miss Winter, because Miss Elise, okay? So that phone number completely. Now, Miss Elise, now I'm going to have to do a reading on her because I didn't read on her yet. But Miss Elise, her, it seems like, you know, she stayed in Winston-Salem. She been there, you know, because I got a couple of addresses here. She been there for a couple of, maybe a couple of years, or maybe she moved all the time, okay? Now, I don't know, I don't think Okay, now and she's labeled also as an African American female on her information. Okay, now next we have Miss Daejhanae, okay, which is the beast in question, right? And she is the beast because we saw her acting like a beast on camera, okay, acting like a wild manic beast, okay. That's what she was acting like, and that's why we were so confused, because we had never seen. Now we don't see, I don't seen girl fights all the time, but that just seemed so vicious and just too, them punches were too straight on, okay. Her stance, it was too much. It was too much, girl, and it's like she lived for that. And girl, it was too much for me. So yeah, so that's what we call her, for what we saw her acting like. Okay, they say a picture worth 1,000 words. Just imagine what a video scene is worth. Okay, it's a million, it's a trillion words. Okay, and we got a trillion words we got for her. Okay, and trans just so happened to be one of them. Okay, now I don't understand why the trans community think they supposed to be taken out of the investigation. Okay, I don't understand it. Why you want? We got equal rights here. Okay, everybody is here, and we're trying to figure it out. Okay, it's no shot against nobody because we say somebody is something. Okay, because they look like it. If that's what they look like, that's what they look like. I'm confused, girl. It's the audacity for me again. Okay, Daejhanae Jackson. Again, I told you the story about the young person who I went to school with, who very well transitioned herself when she was younger. I don't know if her family was down for it or not. I don't know what her home life was, but I know that she knew that, you know, she wanted to be a girl, and that's what she was from high school, from middle school on up to high school. Now I didn't see it in elementary. I don't know what she was doing in elementary. He or she was doing in elementary. Probably was a full boy then because the parents are in full control. But by the time I seen her in high school, she was officially calling herself by a girl name, and in the school was calling her by the girl name. At least the girls were. Okay, the girls were respecting her, but the boys, clearly they wasn't. The boys didn't want to have nothing to do with her in the daytime. Okay, so Daejhanae here, okay, which is her right here, okay, and she just had a manly face. She had a manly way of fighting, okay. The way they did this girl to her with their bare hands, that's a manly way of doing things, okay. So it does make a big difference if she was a man or not, okay. So yes, it does make a difference. Either way it goes, she's still going to jail. Okay, we need to know what prison we're going to put her in. Is it going to be the female or the male? Okay, we need to know. Now, money. Now, we back to our money, girl. So, and just because she spelled her name Daejhanae, who would do that to their child? Who would spell their name like that? Now, remember, some alias was coming up. Now, what Daejhanae got the most alias, honey. Now, she's located in Raleigh, North Carolina. At least she was. That's her home state. Okay, it's like she may stay in an apartment or a townhouse or something. Okay, now these are her alias. Now she got Daejhanae Jackson. Then she has Daejha Jackson, which she spelled just Daeja Jackson. Then she has Daejhanae, Zay spelled Zaejhanae. Now, how do we go from Daejhanae to Zay, like Zach, Daejhanae with a Z? Okay, and then we got sometimes where she just go by Armani Jackson. Okay, so it looked like Daejhanae, you know, was probably, you know, I don't know where did Zay come from? Okay, that's concerning to me. Okay, now, the thing about this person is that the phone number that she put on the registration was actually a number that was linked to her. Okay, she put down a number that was linked to her, but when it came to a current phone number, she didn't have a current phone number. At least I didn't see one. Okay, so this phone number, this old phone number that she put down, that's clearly not working probably now because people called and they didn't answer. It was actually linked to her. Okay, so either she was slow and forgot to put down a fake number, or she put down this old number because she knew it was old and it was invalid, but it still would. If you look up her name, no number is linked to her. But then when you look up this phone number is linked to her. Okay, so now when it came to the registration, now it was labeled as a African American female. Okay, she labeled herself on the voter registration as a female. So to right now, to my knowledge, she's female. Now we just need to know, can you on your registration of the voter registration, can you just change your name? Let's say you feel like you're a girl today. Can you just say you're a female? Is that lying? If you wasn't born a female? I don't know. Okay, we need to find it out. But right now it's showing that she is a female. Okay, and that's on the voter registration. Now I also found something very interesting. Something else very interesting about Daejhanae. Okay, I found out in 2016 that her voter registration was inactive due to FED. It says FED. So something in 2016 caused her registration to be inactive because of something that happened with the feds. Something federal happened with her in 2016. Now, I didn't dig too deep into see what that was, because now everybody else that was listed on my research had relatives, had people that was associated to them, had everything like that. This person, Daejhanae, had nobody associated to her. None of her alias had nobody associated to her. Now that gives me, again, goes back to that trans thing, that she probably transitioned herself at a young age, as a young person in middle school and high school, okay, and then use her own name moving forward, okay, whether people respect it or not, whether it was legally changed or not, because this is the name that's associated with her and no other name. So just imagine if I transitioned myself and called myself Tracy in high school, and I never used no other name on nothing else other than Tracy, a Tracia, a Trace. That's just what you're going to see, okay? And then she may even legally changed it, okay? Again, like I say, that's kind of weird for me, okay, that her voter registration was inactive in 2016, okay, due to something that's federal. Now we're going to move on to Nazir T. Wiggins, okay? Nazir is the one down here throwing up the middle finger. Y'all probably can't see it. It's my light. With the middle finger down here, honey. Down here at the bottom. You can Google this picture. This picture is on Google everywhere. So we got Nazir T. Wiggins, age 25, birthday October 1997. So his birthday, it seemed like he was the main person that was celebrating his birthday. Now he's listed as Nazir Tyree Vincent Wiggins, because you know sometimes you'll see him listed as Nazir Vincent and Nazir Wiggins. It's like, what is this? And what's this hyphen? You know, I thought only women had hyphen because they was married. Or I guess it's his parents' hyphenated name hyphenated. Why is his name hyphenated like that? Okay. You know, I see women who want to hold on to their maiden name and their marriage name, so they hyphenate their name. But, so Mr. Nazir hyphenated his name as well. So he's 25 years old. Now, he's located in Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay. And when it comes to his alias, it don't seem like he have any alias. At least I didn't see any. Okay, he just go by Nazir Tyree Vincente Wiggins. Now he do have some families that's associated to him. He got family members that's associated with him, and they all, you know, either share his last name or, you know, others. And then we have some association people that's associated with him, but everybody got association and family members except for Daejhanae. Okay, that's kind of weird. Okay, it's giving me, girl, nobody either loves you or you using the name that you created and you using it like that's what you using. But again, let's move on. So now he said he's graduated from the university. But they say his birth state, that he was born in New York. Okay. Now, there was a network for him. I saw, the two things that I saw that was public records now, that I saw his salary, it started out at $41,000. Okay. But then up under that, I saw a net worth of $755K for him, for Nazir. Now, he does not have a driver's license that's registered for him. I saw that there was no driver's license for him. So that's why his passport, he keep his passport on him. Now, what I found out on his voter registration, which is active now, okay, On his voter registration, when it came to his race, it was undesignated, and when it came to his gender, it was unknown. Y'all, what is up with that? His gender is unknown and his race is undesignated. Now, what does that mean? Now, he does have this name, Nazir Vicente Wiggins. Girl, now what is that now? Yeah, I'm confused. Y'all let me know. Because his voter registration is active, but his race is undesignated and his gender is unknown. Okay, is he the King of Pentacles? Okay, and there was no phone number on his, there was no phone number listed on his Cabo sign up, but there is a phone number listed here. Okay. Now, we got Shanquella Robinson, okay? I had to pull her information too because I just wanted to make sure, you know, because I wanted to see, did she list her phone number properly on the sign up sheet? That kind of explained they probably all didn't list the information. I don't know. So, I got Shanquella information here. She's Charlotte, North Carolina, okay? And the actual phone number that she listed on the Cabo thing is actually the phone number that's listed with her information like regular normal people do. Okay, you go on a trip when you got good intentions, you actually list your real phone number, that's your current phone number, and that's exactly what Shanquella did. Shanquella, so the phone number that you see is her actual phone number. Okay, so that's the phone number that showed up in my research. Okay, and now the thing with Shanquella, she does have also a couple of aliases though. Okay, now hers is not too much of a big difference, but it is. There's a few here. We got Shanquella B. Robinson. Now her name is Shanquella B. Bernada Robinson. Okay, Robinson spelled Robinson. Now I see Shanquella without the Shanquella. There's just regular Shanquella B. Robinson. We got Shanquella B. Robinson. Instead of Robinson with Robin, it's Ribin. Okay. Then we have Shanquella Bernada Robinson. Okay. Now on her registration, she's labeled as an African American female. Okay. And like I said, she listed her real information. Now, you know, like I say, sometimes, you know, your credit report can get your information wrong and stuff like that. I didn't pull no credit report information. I don't know where this this public website got their information from, but girl, you know, they pulled it. Okay, it's almost like a phone book like type of thing. You know, you can, like back in the day, you get a phone book and then you can look up information like that. Okay, if you just got to know where to go, because the internet, honey, ain't gonna just direct you there, girl. Everybody else, girl, like I say. So, like I said, and she was, her birthday was in January, so she wasn't even celebrating her birthday, okay? She came on the trip to celebrate these people, okay? So that's the information I have right there for the case of 7894536, for the case of Fake Friends, the Cabo 6, okay? You guys, catch me on my next video, okay? Talk to you later. Bye.